Okay, so here we're at a local pallet place, right? Over here you can see the entrance, W&W Liquidation. This one here is in Saginaw, Michigan. So we're picking up 4 pallets. Going a little overboard. I think our total is around $17.25. These ones here are primarily furniture pallets. They're pretty tall, they're pretty huge, but they sell great locally. Now the other 2 pallets, we're doing what's called Amazon mystery pallets in a way, or medium pallets. They're 5 foot tall, full of a bunch of random stuff from Amazon. So we're gonna take you guys through the journey of just seeing how this all goes, where to sell them, where to buy them, and what to know about pallets. We're gonna try to keep these separated as much as we can while loading them into the truck and trailer here. I probably should have brought a bigger trailer, but this is what it is. We'll make it work and we'll go from there. Again, we're gonna try to keep them separated, walk you guys through them. We're gonna try to at least get you the price on 1 or 2 full pallets, and we're gonna do actual resale prices. We're not doing retail value. We want you guys to know what it's actually gonna be worth. So let's get it loaded and we'll go from there. Okay, before we dive too far into those pallets, let's first talk about where to get them and where to find them near you guys. So if we're taking a look right here, this is Facebook Marketplace. Most people have seen Facebook Marketplace. They understand how it works and they kind of get the general idea, right? So taking a look here, you just type in pallet sales near me, Amazon pallets, Amazon mystery pallets, pallet returns. Now, sure, sometimes you're going to find stuff like this where people are selling actual pallets. That's not what we're going for. But click on a couple links. Boom. Amazon monster sale pallets. Actually, this right here, just random find. This is the one that I purchased these pallets specifically from. Now, I go to this guy because I've been doing him a lot. I trust him. I know what he sells. You can click on a couple more. You can look through. Look, most of these people are going to post multiples, but this one, this shot here, this is very nice because if you're looking at this shot here, you can see very specifically what his setup looks like, right? This guy has a lot of pallets going on. There's just a lot going on there. That's a good thing because that means in general, he's doing a lot of business. So if he's doing a lot of business, he's probably got a lot of repeat customers like myself. So that's going to be my first suggestion. Start there. Check out Facebook Marketplace. Okay, coming into my next suggestion, what I really want to take you guys to is a different one. So what if by chance, Gary, I don't have anybody who sells them near me on Facebook? There's still an option, but in general, it costs a little bit more because you're not going to be just buying one pallet. Okay, so now we're going to hop into liquidation.com. That's what's on the screen right now. Now, if you look here, you're going to have a lot of different options. Up here's a menu. Take a look at this menu. You can sort it between clothing, accessories, health, and beauty. I like to stick personally in the consumer electronic and computer section because that's the stuff I find more interesting. Now, buying and selling pallets is going to be a lot more fun if you're interested in what's in them, okay? Now, the Amazon pallets, they're kind of all over the place. You never really know what you're going to get. But it's important to know the quality of what you're going to get. So starting out here, a lot of the big lots I buy are actually called salvage. Now salvage in general, they're going to be pallets that may have things that are broken, missing, untested. It's going to be kind of all over the place. So you might want to avoid those for your first couple, but keep in mind they're going to be cheaper. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to make you more money. They're just going to be cheaper. So let's look a little closer into this one. This is actually one that I purchased a while back. This was a pretty large one. I think I had 3 different pallets, and I'll show you how to see what that is. So scrolling down a little bit, you're going to see right here, number of pallets, 3 pallets. So that is how many total pallets are going to come. They're all going to be usually about 5 feet tall or taller. I think these ones were all about 6.5 foot tall. They were pretty large pallets. Coming up here, you're going to want to get a quote. Get a quote, put in your zip code. It's going to give you a pretty rough estimation of what it's going to cost for you. That is very important to keep in mind because these ones were coming from here, local to me in Michigan, only a few hours away. It still cost me over $600 to get 3 pallets delivered to my house. So that part is not cheap. So that's where the investment comes in. Now, a couple other things to note. It's saying it's worth $25,000. That is MSRP, manufacturer stated retail price. Okay, that is not what it's going to sell for. That is not what it's going to be worth. If you're lucky, it's going to be worth half of that. But I would really aim towards going for 25% roughly of that value. All right, now real quick, we're going to take a look at the manifest section. Some of them have it, some of them don't. Some of them are called unmanifested, right? Unmanifested means it's just there. They don't know what's in there. You're not going to know what's in there. It's a bigger gamble. But the manifested ones in general are going to go for a little bit more. So if you click right here, boom, view manifest, you can see the whole manifest. Now this is going to show all of the different things that come in this pallet. This is going to have every single one labeled out individually. But don't be fooled. These prices look really good on the surface, but let's take a look at this one. This Marshall Stanmore Bluetooth speaker. Yes, it's $316 new, but it sells for about $150 used. And this one, I can tell you from my experience, this one didn't even work. Actually has a bad switch, I believe. Now, is that something I can fix in the future? Absolutely. But keep that in mind. If you're going to go for the electronic salvage pallets, be ready to fix stuff. and do not expect everything to work. I think about 60% of these pallets worked, and I feel like that's a pretty solid number. So those are the two main ways I currently find pallets. Now, keep in mind, there are other ways out there. There's plenty of other liquidators. You can get a hold of Amazon directly in some ways. The best ways, if you're trying to make it a business, is you get personal contacts who actually deal with these warehouse type shipments. I personally don't have any because I don't buy in that big of amounts. I think the most pallets I bought at one time was about 6. So now let's hop over. Let's take a look at what we got from our 2 pallets of Amazon mystery returns. Okay, as you can see, we have a lot of boxes all the way around. 2 pallets were mostly furniture. We're not going to unbox and do much with those. The other 2 pallets got a little bit mixed together in shipping. So we're going to go off the 2 pallets. 2 pallet price together was right around $850 for the 2 pallets. So we're going to go off of that price. Now I'm going to show you guys a few of the things here, and you'll see what we got. We're not going to go over everything because this would be like a 2-hour-long video. So we're going to hop into it. I'll be back in just a minute and show you guys some of the stuff. Okay, so the place we were at just a little bit ago is a pallet reseller. What Fred does, Fred is the guy who runs that. Super nice guy, W&W Tri-City. If you guys are local, check him out. So what he does, he buys large amounts of everything. Amazon pallets, Home Depot pallets, return pallets, just massive amounts of stuff. And instead of going through the pallets, he sells them to people like us who want to go through them, break them down, and try them out. So earlier today, we bought 4 pallets, totaling $1,725. Now, half of those pallets are over here. Giant boxes, mostly furniture. Furniture sells really good locally, but sometimes I want to sell things online or on Whatnot. Our Whatnot stream went great, so we plan on doing it again. So if you guys see anything through this little tour that you guys want, let me know down below so I can hold on to it, and we'll auction it off there. So I'm going to walk you guys through some of this stuff, tell you the retail value. We're going to keep total of it up here. I'll tell you the price of each unit up here. Now, do keep in mind, this stuff, even though a lot of it appears to be brand new, we got pretty lucky on this run. It's never going to sell for brand new prices. So 20 to 40% off retail is a good estimate of what you're really going to get. So let's start right here. So this right here, this desk did not come assembled. This came in a box, but it had all the pieces. It's absolutely flawless. It's a super nice desk. It comes in at $139 new. Realistically, we could probably get about 100 to 120 bucks out of this, especially now that we built it already. Really cool aspect of this desk is there's 0 damage. It had all the hardware. Now, we don't always get this lucky, so keep that in mind. Not every pallet's the same. They're all going to be different. So let's move on down here. So this one is just really cool because of what it is. This is the Glari electric guitar. It has an amplifier, a carrying case, and a guitar. The guitar is magnificent. I would play something for you, but I don't know how. Maybe we'll work on that if I get enough likes. But you can see, there's not a scratch on this thing, just my fingerprints. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. And it was in a return pallet. Coming out over here, we have another desk we haven't built, but we made sure it had all the parts. This thing retails for 120 bucks. It's a basic 48-inch L-shaped gaming desk. Now, moving back up over here, we have this Just To Do walking treadmill. This thing retails 195 bucks. Now, here's a good example of sometimes you're going to need to do some more work. This one powers on, looks great, but wouldn't move. Did some research, it needs a remote control. The remote's 30 bucks, so that's going to come right off the top. So we got the 195. We could probably sell it for 130 to 150, but we've already lost $30 in profit on this one. So we'll go ahead and throw that in the things we had to buy category. I'll put that up here. Okay, so moving along, keep in mind, this is not all the boxes. I'm just trying to go over some of the more interesting stuff and justifying the value up front. So these right here are stepping stones for kids. They're $77 brand new. There's a whole bunch of them. I think basically they're used to build balance, teach kids to move around on less than perfect terrain. Pretty cool. Next up, we have this. This is a Cookley stand mixer. This is $170. It was brand new in the box. There's not a scratch on it. It's never been used. I had all of its accessories. Works perfect. This one's kind of cool. Come on in here. So this one is a 6-piece dog crate. Check this out. And it retails at $172. So we're getting our total up there pretty quick. Next up top here, nice little ice maker, brand new. There's not a speck inside of it, just a bunch of dirt from me touching it. These boxes get dirty. Next thing on the top row, we have these cool little bleacher seats. So these are heated through USB. Plug them into a little power bank. Now when I tested them, I noticed it only pulls about 9 to 10 watts of juice, and it warms up. Fold flat for carrying and have backpack straps. Then once you get to where you're going, you just hear them, they click up, and off you go. These are $100 a piece, and we got 2 of them. They were still in the plastic, perfect condition. Again, I can't stress this enough. Not all pallets are going to be quite this good, but some might be better. So moving along, another really cool part about doing pallets is you find things you've never even heard of, like this. This is some kind of horse racing board game. Came with all of the pieces, including some dice, some really crazy looking cards, and all of these little metal horses that actually have a lot of weight to them. Turns out this little board game I've never heard of retails for $80 and has a ton of reviews on Amazon. So apparently it's a pretty popular thing. Moving right along, because we got a lot to do here. Next up, got a really large panel electric griddle. Retails for $49.99. Down here, we have this really nice pendant light. Retails for $129. Now, I will say this about pendant lights and hanging lights. Depending on the style, they sell really fast or they are really hard to sell. This one looks like a pretty modern style and sleek, so I think this one will sell pretty good for $80 to $100. Okay, kicking back over here might be the most interesting thing that I've seen yet. This is a camping table. Check this thing out. So this camping table fits in this bag right here. It unfolds, it velcros together, it's got built-in storage inside, and the whole table rolls right up. I mean, it's super neat. I've never seen anything quite like it. This one retails for about $100. I would bet we could get 80 to 90 bucks back out of this thing just because it's so unique. But if I'm being honest, we got a lot of camping videos planned with all of the Temu stuff that we're going to be testing out. So this might make an appearance in a couple of the shows. All right, now cutting in down here, we have a couple other things. Another stadium seat, not heated, but it's brand new in the bag, retails for $60. Now this one here, this is a wooden flag holder used to basically give thanks or represent the service that a veteran did to the country. When they get retired, they also retire their flag, stuff like that. I'm going to donate this one to the local VA, so we're not going to put a price on that one. But it was brand new in the box. Now, got to kind of squeeze in here. These are the interesting finds you never quite understand. So in this box here, this is actually an HP thermal printer transfer belt. I thought it was a bunch of random junk. Check out the retail on this one. It retails for $392. And I've seen these sell on eBay sold listings for up to $350. Now again, I do have to double check and verify that I have all the parts, but if that sells for anywhere near that, that darn near pays for the whole pallet by itself. Coming around, you get a lot of random stuff too. I didn't even get a price in this one, but it's like some skeletons. At the right time of year, these will probably sell for 60 to 100 bucks, and we got 2 boxes of them. We got a whole bunch of humidifiers that I didn't even check the prices on yet. Humidifiers don't seem to sell very well, so we'll guess 20 to 30 bucks on them because they're pretty large humidifiers. Next up, super useful to any guy who's ever worked on anything ever, or girl, I'm not judging. But we have right here a 2.6 meter telescoping ladder. Retails for 70 bucks and it's brand new in the box, not a scratch on it. And then of course, you can't sleep on the little stuff, right? You got little things like this. This is a whole bunch of thermal printing pads and cutting pads used to make stickers, decals, all sorts of stuff. Retails for 20 bucks, would probably sell for $10 to $15 easy. Now that little stuff can really add up. More little stuff. 9x13 case of 30 aluminum pans, $33 retail, brand new in the box, never touched. Sliding drawer, didn't even get a price on that, but it's a drawer that you build into another desk. Now, then you get some lights like this one. So this is a 6-piece bathroom vanity light. It has 6 lights, and then it has 6 glass fixtures, not broken, all there. That thing retails for $184. So this is a Wise Tool hedge trimmer. They retail for about 85 bucks. This came with the battery in it, the chargers. It all looks brand new and untouched.
Okay, so overall, what do you guys think? We had a total cost, $850. Then we had a total retail of $3,340, estimated resale $1,425. Now, I apologize if part of this video was a little bit slow. I've never tried to cover a full pallet before, and I tried to leave out a lot of the little stuff, so that estimated resale value of $1,425 probably on the little bit of the low side. You will notice that on all the spots where I did the retail or resale value this to this, I chose the smaller number to add up and give us our total. Now, on this total cost, there was a little bit of added cost, of course. Just a couple small things, like one, probably about 20 bucks in gas. Two, I had to own a trailer to move all these. Now, if you own a full-size truck and you unpack it there, you can probably load about 2 pallets in a full-size truck. Overall, I like buying pallets. It's a good way to subsidize a little bit of income. It's a lot of fun. Now, you got to be careful on what kind of pallets you buy. If you buy the cheaper pallets, the real cheap ones, you can get pallets as low as, I've seen them at $165 for Amazon return pallets, but you're looking at a 50-50 broken ratio. You can see in this pallet here, I didn't hide anything. I didn't pull anything aside. We didn't really find anything broken in the whole set. I will be honest though, that's pretty rare. Normally, you're going to find at least a few things that don't work, missing pieces, broken, whatever. It's going to be there, so expect that. But hey, if you're shopping at the right place, you get there at the right time, there's a really good chance you'll get a pallet like this. I've even seen better. I've seen laptops and some. I kind of wish I had some of those in there, but I'm not going to cherry pick pallets just to try to show you guys the video. I want you guys to get a realistic expectation of what you're going to find. So on that note, I don't want to make this video too long. If you guys want to see more pallet videos, if you want to know more about the furniture pallet videos or whatever, let me know down below. Let's get in the comments. Let's get a like and a subscribe in there, and we'll see you on the next one.